So me and Miles are on our way to my shop to do some altering on, I bought a cage for my camera for CES, and it's pretty much what it sounds like. It's an upper and a lower aluminum piece with two side handles where your camera fits in the middle, and then you can mount different rig stuff up top, which I mounted the receiver for my Sennheiser wireless lav mic up top. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, is drilling some new holes in the bottom plate so my Manfrotto quick plate can mount on there. I had it mounted, but then I needed to use an extension, so it made it a little tall, and the side handles came with extensions like 1.5 inches, and I wanted to take those off to slimline it a little bit more, but because I used that adapter, my camera was too tall to fit in. So I'm going to my shop and I'm going to drill out a couple holes and countersink them at the bottom, because I didn't want to use the one that comes with it, the mount for it, because it offsets the plate too far to the left for me. I just don't like it. I like it centered up, and I had it centered, but I need to lower it down. So I'm just going to put 2 clearance holes countersunk so I can put flathead screws in there, and then that way if I want to set it back down, it'll be flat. The cage, if I want to set the cage on a table or something, it's still flat. What you doing, buddy? Make a rainbow? Very nice. Looks good. What else are you gonna draw?
I just wanted to draw that.
Awesome.
Why don't you show your friends?
I'll show the guys when they get back.
Okay.
Okay, so it looks like I don't have flatheads here at the shop, so I'm gonna have to improvise and try to countersink instead of, or counter bore instead of countersink a couple bolts in. So that's what we're gonna do.
What is that?
Airline. That's what makes the tools work. That's why I had to turn on a compressor. So we don't need this anymore.
Do I get a like to that?
Alright, so we're going to, I think I got the
This is really sharp. Quiet. But
So this is the front.
all your friends are here. All your friends have tools to make stuff.
Well, honey?
They all have air and
Yeah,
stuff
they
to
have.
make them.
We have air over everybody's toolbox. They're not really, they're sort of my friends, but they're employees. You know what that means? They work for me. I'm their boss. Yeah, they help me. Yeah.
Why are you the boss?
Because I am. That's my job. Alright. So, we're going to be like this. We're going to be like this. We want this one clearance.
What's that big thing?
It's a clamp. You clamp, because I'm going to be drilling, so you got to make sure you clamp it down so it doesn't fly all over the place. Here you go. Press the trigger right there. That's hard. Okay. Watch yourself. Stand back a little bit. Yeah.
Fine body. Fine body. Chicken body. Sometimes I got something like that because they don't laugh because that's not nice.
What's that?
Huh?
What?
is chicken bird nice to say?
Chicken bird?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's fine. But if you calling anybody bad names isn't nice.
Yeah, right. Chicken booty. Wait, chicken booty, right?
Yeah. What I had to do is make that deep, because if I didn't, this would just stick on the top and then my camera wouldn't slide in. So I had to use that. It's called a counter bore. And now look, you drop it in there, it's nice and flat.
Okay, I'm gonna test.
Alright, so now we're gonna retap. This is a 1/4 hole. We're gonna retap that to an M6, which is the bolts that I'm using. And then we're gonna put another M6 threaded hole down here. And then we're going to countersink this hole so we have 2 points of contact. You want to say hello?
Hello.
Be careful with the hammer, it'll fall on your head. Alright, so now we'll tap this 1/4, which you should just be able to run the tap straight through it.
Hey, that's like for you to slip on the black, right? Oh. Hey, that's...
Is your iPad going? Is that what I hear? That's fine, I'm hearing something. Must be your iPad. Let's see if I got shorter bolts. So the bolt's actually long by about 1/4 to 3/8. So I'll end up, I'm going to put no, I need shorter, but I don't have any. So I'll end up getting this done, and then I'll mark it, and I'll chop the bolts off and then put them back in. But I want to get everything lined up for now. With our transfer punches, which is what these are, which you can put inside of a hole, and then it's got a pin prick on the other end. Where'd the hammer? Hammer?
Why do you need a hammer?
Because it marks the hole where it is, perfect. So that way when we drill, it's perfectly in line.
Oh.
And we drill and tap our new hole. Wow.
Yep.
Chamfer our holes.
What was that?
Chamfering the holes so it's not sharp. Yeah. It's usually you use oil, but it's aluminum and we're only doing one hole, so it's one that we're going to use this 3/8 hole as our clearance hole because it's already a little bit big for our bolt, but that's fine. We'll clearance yeah, one day you can come for lunch. How's that?
Yay! Here?
Sure.
Yay! and then I can see all your friends there.
Yes, my friends. That's aluminum, so we don't want to do
But they might
over tight to rip through them threads, but
they might
get it
say
nice and tight.
they might say
Perfection.
why is
So now we gotta
here?
cut these down and grind them down so that they're flush, so I can set this on a table and not have
Your
wibble
friends
wobble.
might say, why is Miles here?
Yeah, but I'm the boss, so it doesn't matter what they say. In their face.
Why did it get a fit?
You gotta turn this to make it tighter. Alright.
This way?
Yeah. So now, no, other way. We need a cutoff video.
Hey guys, that's fireworks.
Sparks.
Oh.
We cut that down, now we'll flatten it out. See, and then now we're completely mounted. Camera mount will go in this way. We got clearance for this. I'll set it up where it'll just be like a 1/4 inch, 1/4 turn. And then we're perfectly flat down there, so I'm going to put a little bit of paint on there so it doesn't look like that. And we're done. So Miles and I finished the modification and we're on our way back home. So once I get home, I'll set up the camera and I'll show you guys how it all fits together and how my rig's gonna look. So the final product is this. So that's it all put together. There was some extensions in here that I took off, so that way it's more of a compact design while I'm holding it. You can see it barely fits in there. It actually won't go any farther, but that's going to be it with I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be bringing the NTG2 and put it on here, and then my H5. Here's some of my CES stuff. My H5 will be mounted like this, and then my wireless pack for the Sennheiser will be here. So that's going to be the basic rig. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure if this is coming. I don't think so. I may bring it with me, but it may not make its way to the rig. So anyways, guys, that's going to be about it. The next vlog you see will be me heading to the airport or at the airport and then flying to Vegas for CES, which is coming up tomorrow. So I will see you guys then, and if you want to follow me on Instagram, there'll be behind the scene pictures from CES and different stuff that I'm doing. Also, of course, follow me on Twitter for updates there, and subscribe to the channel down below. You will see me in the next vlog.